you might have seen, it's not just the speaker, but for all of us to kind of listen to these evaluations and take on board aspects which we can kind of incorporate in our own speeches. Apart from the 4 prepared speeches, we also had some entertaining table topics from Bobby. And to deliver an evaluation for that, I'd like to call on stage Peter Evaluator.
Bobby, in his inimitable way and his cavalier attitude on the subjects, came up with 6 subjects that I think you all felt a little complicated but very entertaining when we got the individual people coming up here for their take on what he said. Now, unfortunately, there were no timings, so I have to assume that everybody was in time, which means a minimum of 1 minute and a maximum of 2. So well done, everybody, for being in time. First up was David. Great depth there, David. Coming really from the soul. Ability to enter a dream world. Well, I think you were in your element there. He was scared of living. The dream inspired his deeds. The little bit in the middle, where I thought you had some sort of rehearsed poetry, where half of it rhymed, and half of it didn't rhyme. I think I come to a recommendation. I think half the points you're going to get when you're standing up in a competition is that you've got to come up with as close to the subject as you can. I feel, although I like what you had to say, didn't have a whole lot to do with the actual subject. What was your ability to enter the dream world? That's my take on it. We'll have a conversation afterwards, should you wish. Then I came up with Raj. No fear, what kind of life to live? Well, I thought he was brilliant. How many of you could say what would happen if there was no fear in life? Except Raj said he'd rather have the fear, because if he was a millionaire, because that's what he thought he would be, if he had hundreds of friends, if he was a leader of the free world or even the unfree world, he thought it would be boring. Well, I don't think that's it. Without fear, you're not here today. You need to have fear to live your life. And I think that was really a very good point he made. Manish, hunter and gatherer. He referred to Ade and the destroying of the planet and what we're all doing to make the planet get worse and worse and worse. As a hunter-gatherer, that's going back to basics. That is relying upon you, whether you are a hunter or a gatherer. And I think that actually is in all of us. And I thought Manish put that across extremely well, and I thought he stuck very much to the point. Patrick. Where's Patrick? There's Patrick. 4 hours in a day, what would you do with the rest of the time? At least that's how I understood the question. Your answer was mainly about what to do with the 4 hours, unless I misunderstood that. The question is, what do you do with the rest of the day? Because all you've got to do is work for 4 hours. Badminton came up, and I think we're all a little surprised.
Yeah.
And England, you play for England? Yeah? Under what? Under 15s, 17s? Yeah. Excellent. I applaud you for that. You worked that in. It's something to do with you. You worked it into the subject. And I think that, what have I got down here? Dedicated to something that you actually like. And I think that's the point of the topic in the first place. Adam. Where's Adam? Adam. Hello, Adam. Do you like to be on a tropical island? Well, you couldn't stand humidity, that was the first thing, so at least we got the idea. But this could have been a tropical island with no humidity.
Very true.
Most of you must have seen some of these things on the TV where a number of people, apart from Love Island, are stuck on a place and they've got to try and get through. You could have added so much more. You've got to build a place, knock down a tree, go swimming, make a sharp stick and kill a fish or something. I mean, that's how you would survive. But all you could really think about was sweat, no humidity. You also referred to hunter-gatherer, and you finished beautifully with, but I'm from North London. Fantastic. And finally, Lily. Everybody loves Lily because she now comes up here, even if she doesn't want to come up here, and she goes for it. I thought it was wonderful you put your pen down because Jill didn't have to say a word. There was a lot of muttering as you came up here. It must have been in a foreign language because nobody understood what you were saying. However, you've been to country. You are a born survivor. You've said you've coped with that. I thought you dealt with the subject extremely well. And Mr. Toastmaster, that's the end of my dialogue.